Hello my fellow minor league nerds, and welcome to our newest Minor League Nerd Shorts episode. This episode will take us back to the Class D Kentucky, Illinois, Tennessee, or Kitty League, and we will cover the Princeton Infants. On Wikipedia, Baseball Reference, and Stats Crew, all sources we use for this and other episodes, the team is listed as having played in Princeton, Kentucky. While doing research, we discovered that they actually played in Princeton, Indiana, which is located about 25 miles north of Evansville. The city was awarded the team on January 30th, 1905, with the name Infants being announced on February 3rd. A stock sale was held to raise the $1,000 needed for the league application. 30 people purchased stock, with many buying more than one. A fundraiser was also held, which raised another $200. Princeton replaced the Clarksville Grays, who played in the first two seasons of the league in 1903 and 1904. The 5 other teams that played in 1904 all returned. They were the Vincennes, Indiana Alices, or Koi Bites, the Hopkinsville, Kentucky Hoppers, the Henderson, Kentucky Hens, the Cairo, Illinois River Rats, Champions, or according to some sources, the Giants, and the Paducah, Kentucky Indians. The name Infants was used by several teams of the era when their roster was made up of younger players. Lambs was also a commonly used name. They were managed by Johnny Ray, who managed Paducah in 1904 and played their home games at League Park. A 132-game schedule was created with the season beginning on May 4th, running to September 12th. Their first game was a 2-0 loss on the road to Vincennes. 2 days later, they lost their home opener 16-9, also to Vincennes. The Infants weren't a great team, never playing better than .500. None of their players would ever see playing time in the major leagues. Their most notable game was played at home against Hopkinsville on June 27th. It took 21 innings for the Hoppers to defeat the Infants 4-2 in front of 200 fans. The game lasted 3 hours and 10 minutes. It wasn't just the longest game in the Kitty League that season, but may have well been the longest game in organized ball. On July 18th, the Kitty League fell to 4 teams when Henderson was forced to drop out due to financial difficulties, with Hopkinsville also disbanding. We found conflicting information on whether they dropped out just to balance out the schedule or if they were also facing financial issues. The two were at the bottom of the standings at the time they were disbanded, with Princeton in 3rd place with a 37-39 record. A new 60-game season was scheduled, with the league voting to drop all results from Henderson and Hopkinsville from the standings. The revised table dropped the Infants to 25-28, finishing in 3rd place. Paducah was awarded what was dubbed the Old League Pennant. A championship series would be played following the regular season with the winner of the new league, unless Paducah won that pennant as well. In the new 4-team league, Princeton continued to play poorly, only winning 6 of 19 games by August 10th. Around that time, the league was facing a new threat. This one was external. In June, there was a yellow fever outbreak in New Orleans, with fear that it would spread throughout the South. Fortunately, that year, doctors at Walter Reed Hospital discovered that yellow fever was linked to mosquitoes. This helped city officials fight the disease, with it lasting until October. It would be the last yellow fever outbreak in the United States. With many cities and towns going into quarantine to stop the spread, including Cairo, the league voted to end the season, with the National Association, today's minor league baseball, giving its blessing. The last games were played on August 17th. Princeton finished in the bottom with an 8-18 record, losing their last game to Cairo at home 6-5. Vincennes finished in first place with an 18-8 record and was awarded the pennant for the new league. A 13-game championship series was still held between the two pennant winners, the Paducah Indians and the Vincennes Alices, with the Alices coming out on top 7-6. Princeton intended on playing in the league in 1906, even being allowed to reserve its players after the league shut down. But it would not return. Only Cairo, Paducah, and Vincennes would be back, being joined by the Danville, Illinois Old Soldiers, the Jacksonville, Illinois Jacks, and the Mattoon, Charleston, Illinois Canaries. The league would disband after that season, returning once again in 1910. Princeton, Indiana has never seen another professional team. Well, my fellow minor league nerds, that'll do it for this episode. I want to thank each and every one of you for making last month our most successful one yet. Our YouTube views and podcast downloads were off the charts. We appreciate every single one of you. Until next time, stay safe, and remember to never stop supporting minor league baseball and never stop learning about minor league baseball history.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Ed Rivera of the Data Chronicles. Join me as I interview people just like you and players, coaches, GMs on the path that led you to become a fan of the sport.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean, and I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTomaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey everyone, it's Eric from the great state of Kansas.
This is Johnny from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Memorial Museum.
And we are the Earn Fun Average podcast,
where we talk to a variety of guests about their love of baseball and have fun doing it.
America, lower your standards.
Average is what we do best.
This is Patrick and Corey of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball, so get on the site and find a team near you today.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series, and in every episode I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
Learn more about Curved Brim Media at curvedbrimmedia.com.